My name is Stefan Brigati, and I've been investigating the paranormal for over 30 years. Come along with me and my team as we take a journey into the unknown. This is My Darkest Hour.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to My Darkest Hour. It's so great to see you all out there. Well, actually, I can't see you, but you guys can see me. And by the time you see this, it'll already be a week later, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm glad you're here anyway. Hey, tonight I got a big special guest for you guys. Real excited about tonight's show. It's interesting. A lot of things I've been doing have been coming around, and I've been doing all these different types of crafting, so to speak. And we just had this Paracon recently, and my wife bought me all these. And she really made me this really great kit of all these different things. And I'm really thankful for them, like certain resins and candles and all this stuff. And I actually even got a voodoo kit that somebody built and put together, and I got that as a gift as well. And I always had a chance to bring Abby, obviously my co-host, who comes with me everywhere, to some of these events, or most of these events now, because she just likes to have fun, to some of these events, and of course we had a chance to talk with my dear friend Patti Negri, who you guys all know from everything. And she recently came out with a new book about dolls, right here, Dollcraft, and it's a great book. And it just happens to come along when I'm doing this research on some haunted objects, some haunted dolls as well. So it really opened up some things for me. So we just did an event in Hollywood a couple of days ago, and we're at one of the Endless Night events. Of course, you guys heard me talk about that with Father Sebastian and everything, but it was her book release party, and one of the greatest things I had a chance to do is to take Abby with me to one of these events. And her and Patty's doll Belle and a couple other ones that were there were kind of hanging out, but it was like a play day. And the energy that was coming off them was like they were like so happy. Everyone's just hanging out, having a good time. She had a blast. I mean, it was great. So this really gives me a chance to ask some questions, and let's find out a little bit more about Patty's new book, Dollcraft. So let's go ahead and bring her on from the virtual green room. Here we go.
Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, Patti Negri.
Thank you, Stefan. I know Belle's in the back. My babies are all in the back. Your baby's in the back.
Yeah, look at that.
I love that they got to go clubbing together this week. They got to go Hollywood clubbing together. And it was pretty great. Up on the mantle, watching everything go on. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. And it's funny, people were surprised about it, and it looked great. But as time went on, you could just feel energy pulsing from the whole mantle. Like within an hour, it's almost like they're just having a blast and they're partying and enjoying all the company, everyone taking pictures of them, and they were like celebrities that night. So it was really nice.
They were celebrities that night. That was pretty great.
Awesome. So I was telling everybody about your book, the new book, actually, this one. Dollcraft.
Yeah.
Which is great. And like I said, I've been doing this stuff with dolls recently, haunted objects. And then you have a section on here on A Witch's Guide to Puppet Magic.
Yes, I decided I needed to combine because my world, of course, the paranormal world, haunted dolls, paranormal investigations, working with you and your team and all those things, my paranormal world. And then I have my witchy world where I run my school and I do spell working, and puppets are part of that. I've been a doll collector my entire life. If I turn my camera around, I have hundreds of mostly Barbies staring at me. None of my
Wow.
Barbies are haunted. None of my Barbies are. It's interesting. I think she's such a goddess. Not that she couldn't be, or I could even call a spirit into a Barbie, but of all my hundreds of Barbies, not one of it has had a spirit. But I've always been a doll collector. So now I get to combine in this book, half of it's about the proper care and feeding and acquisition of haunted dolls, because you have to be careful with them, as we're seeing in the news right now. And then half of it about creating little dolls, puppets for love, health, money, spell crafting. Dolls have been used in magic forever to create your own spirit in a doll. They, people usually mistake them for voodoo dolls, but they're puppets. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I put them all in one book.
That's awesome. Well, a voodoo doll, so to speak, is kind of like a puppet as to a certain extent. But with the voodoo practitioner, there's a lot more ritual and a lot of things going on with that beyond that point. But it's kind of the same process, isn't it?
Very much so. I think so. I don't know enough about voodoo dolls, but puppets, I have one that represents me. It looks like a little gingerbread doll, and it's got my name on it. It wears a necklace I always wear. It's got stuff with herbs and a crystal for the heart. Like, say if I fell down and bumped my head, I might stick a pin in the head of my doll. She's sympathetic magic, well, like acupuncture to take away my headache. You could use them for protection, health, wealth, money. I have a whole collection of them like 2 feet away. I could hold up poppets all over the place. Yeah, and especially people working in magic, it's just a really nice form of spellcrafting. You have little poppets for your family, your children, safety, health, all sorts of things.
Now, with a puppet, does it have to look like that person, or can it be any design that you want it to be?
No, it could be any design. Here, I'm going to disappear for 1 second on you. I'm going to disappear for 1 minute.
There she goes, the magical Patti Negri. Just vanished on us.
Okay. All right. Wait.
All right. I'm waiting.
I'm back. This is my puppet. It doesn't look exactly like me.
Wow.
I made this years ago. I'm not very artsy craftsy. You don't have, they are still powerful if you're not really artsy craftsy. It's got my name on it. It wears a necklace I wear. It's stuffed with different things. But I've had this for a long, long time. You can make them all sorts of ways. Here's a nice red one my friend Patrick made. I make a lot of them out of paper napkins because
that's simple.
Paper napkins, because you could burn them. You could safely, if they're very organic, put them into waterways for safety. If they have natural herbs and things, and you get as natural of a napkin you could bury them and put them in water and burn them safely. Just a little paper napkin. So yeah, no, they don't have to look like you. No, it was really interesting. One of our students, Malika, had at the book signing at our vampire party the other night, did a Father Sebastian one who really did look like him. It had those little hilarious. It had his little goatee. It had his hair. It was a pretty good puppet. And you would say that's a Father Sebastian puppet.
Yeah, it was on the mantle too, so that was really cool to see that.
On the mantle too, yeah.
And that was something that she kind of knitted together and stuff, right?
Yeah,
she sewed that together.
She made it. I taught a puppet class at the school, and she made it. She asked him. She got his permission. Now this is interesting. I'm not sure if you would call this a puppet or a voodoo doll, because it's from our friend Bloody Mary in New Orleans. She makes these. She makes these heads.
Okay, if it's from Bloody Mary, then it's probably a voodoo doll.
Probably a voodoo doll. She calls them baby something. This is so cute. It's got the ravens on it. A little, kind of like a voodoo body doll, a stick across here. I haven't charged this with anything, but it's really cute. But yeah, so as soon as you put a face on anything, that's why I think haunted dolls are so popular now, because paranormal's not going anywhere, no matter what TV thinks on occasion. because so much paranormal is happening. And if you were a disembodied spirit, you know, and you were looking for a vessel, you can go into a candle, or you can go into something with a face. I would pick something with a face every time, eyes and ears and nose and mouth. You know, if I go into a doll, and then I'm going to be a haunted doll. And if you're making and if you're doing spell working, going back to the puppets, if I want something to represent me, why not have it a shape of a human? You know, I could make a little mojo bag, I could do a candle, but all of a sudden you have eyes, you can look at eyes, you have a mouth, you have a nose. It makes more magic.
Yeah, and it's a familiar looking thing. You know, we're looking for familiarity with things. That's why a lot of people do a lot of matrixing. They see a face or whatever, because our brain is naturally looking for something that's familiar to us. And I think the whole puppet thing and the dolls, of course, are familiar to us. So a spirit's going to want to go in there to be familiar. Like if they were a person, they'd want to be something that looks like a person. They wouldn't want to be a Hot Wheel, even though I've seen haunted Hot Wheels before.
I've seen haunted Hot Wheels. But yeah, how you want to be a toaster? You don't want to be a toaster. Not that I've seen.
No. You know. I would totally be one of my action figures, G.I. Joe or something cool.
Yeah.
All right, let me show you something.
Okay.
Let me go into my witch's box here.
Ooh.
Love my box. Got a thrift an antique store for like $7. It was perfect. There's my voodoo kit, by the way.
It is your what? Oh, how cute.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm really excited about it. I have this.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
Isn't that cool?
That's beautiful. Is it a puppet or a voodoo doll? Who's to say?
It's a puppet.
Yeah. It looks like it's a beautiful puppet.
Yeah, from Three Crows. They're like, yeah, cool. And it's got a vampire teeth on it.
I love the Three Crows girls. They ever at your show? Your show was great, by the way. The
Parapod. Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I a lot of fun.
Puppets and things.
Yeah, it was kind of a surprise, but we were talking about all that stuff, and then they gave me all this stuff, bath salts and candles and everything. I'm like, what's going on? It's not even my birthday, but it was like really cool, and that kind of falls into play of me doing the research on the dolls and stuff. You know, I was going to do a thing on voodoo type dolls, and then there's a little snippet on the puppets now come into play. I'm like, wow, this is great. You know, just dolls from every direction. That's really cool.
Every direction.
How it kind of comes together.
I know, it's amazing. I mean, I mean, dolls have been used in every culture for magic, for love, for everything, for throughout time, but never like now. I mean, grown adults like us, grown men, grown women, bigger doll collections, haunted doll collections, like Zach, like you, like it's crazy. I can't see my dad having had a doll collection. Maybe sexy dolls. I don't know.
Yeah. People wonder about, like, you're playing with your dolls again. It's like, dude, you don't understand.
Yeah. You know,
I have an entire haunted museum in my garage outside. It's like there's all kinds of stuff in there. But I brought her in here because, you know, she was different. When I got her, she was a spirit kid, and she became spirited after the fact, which I thought that was cool because she chose whatever the process was. She hung out with me and chose me and goes, oh, he's really cool. I want to hang out with him. And then we just started vibing on a bigger level. I'm like, wow, this is great, you know?
That's awesome. So, that is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one, Salem, is just starting to take a life of a spirit. I'm just getting to know her. I just got her in Salem at a thrift store just because she was pretty, and I knew I had a doll thing. Didn't think she was haunted, but I think she's just calling in a spirit now.
Oh, so the awakening is happening.
Yeah. And I talk about that in the book, you know, how to try not to get ripped off on eBay, you know, check your sellers, how to, or call in a spirit if you want, how to tell. And again, the care and feeding, because they can be dangerous, as we know.
Yes. don't. Well, that's with like any other type of spirit. We want to keep them happy, just like any people. You're gonna start poking at somebody or making somebody mad, they're gonna just lose it after a while. And
Right.
spirited dolls are the same way. They like to be treated with respect, just like they would treat you with respect.
Exactly.
And that goes for any spirit, period, whether we're in a doll or not. It's all about respect because we're all on the same
Right.
wavelength, so we got to treat each other good.
Right. Everybody wants to be respected, dead or living.
Right. That's right. So tell us about in the beginning when you were working. You already had your other book, which is amazing, a huge success. The idea to start working on a book of this nature.
Well, I think it's because all of a sudden I've found I am an authority on these things. I think that's happened in the last 10 years or so. Again, being a doll collector and then being a witch and studying this my whole life and doing this my whole life, a spellcaster. I think it became known to the public when Zach called me in to do a seance with Peggy the doll, which is now he owns. He didn't at the time. Peggy the doll, who's this cute little blonde doll that looks like Doris Day, who's given 2 people heart attacks. It wasn't even Ghost Adventures. It was one of the spin-offs called Deadly Possessions. He
Yeah,
called me
that's right.
to do a seance. He called in the then owner, Jane Harris, who's a paranormal investigator in England, and one girl, Katrine, who had been given a heart attack by Peggy, and we're sitting there holding the little plastic hands of this spooky doll, cutting cords. And a girl who in Belgium saw that show, and she had my bell, my main bell, and Belle had made her sick for 3 years. Belle had made her hair fall out, made her child sick, or she had a little toddler sick.
Aw.
But she knew it was a beautiful doll, beautiful 100-year-old doll, and she figured if I could handle Peggy, I could handle Belle. So she asked me if she could send her to me, and I said yes. And yes, because I figured I could handle whatever it was. If I could handle Peggy, I could handle whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it was so weird when she arrived. I had never done a Facebook Live before when I could used to get on Facebook. I didn't even think of it. It was like the doll drove me to. I'm going to do an unboxing of Facebook Live. It wasn't me. I didn't even have that many followers at the time. 50,000 people watched me unbox that doll. It wasn't me, it was the doll. It was not me. I even now don't have that many people. But I opened up, there's this beautiful doll, but it didn't have a nice outfit, but it was so dark. I was like, this cannot stay in my house. I would
Oh,
not
wow.
let the sun set while having, because my house is our homes are a sanctuary. When you live in a magical world like us, you have to be careful of what's warded and not. And I didn't know enough about this doll. So I knew there was a good spirit underneath. I just knew it, but it took a while to come out. But I banished this dark thing that wasn't even I don't know what it was. It was something created and then slowly but surely, within the next days and weeks, the sweet little girl in Belle came out. I had to keep her protected though too. Even when I had banished the negative, she drained people's energy so bad. People would come over and then you'd just be exhausted. I would keep little packages of rue in her hand to offset it, use different herbs and crystals so that she didn't wear everybody out who came over. And all of a sudden this beautiful little spirit came out, and now she's part of the family. We'll be downstairs and we'll hear her little feet upstairs. People will come in, like 3 people in a row. Her face is porcelain. It honestly hasn't moved in over 100 years, but it changes all the time. 3 people in a row will come in and go, oh, Belle's happy today. Belle's happy today. Belle's happy
Yeah.
today. And the next day, 3 people go, oh, Belle's cranky today. Belle's cranky. It's the energy, as you know, just like how Abby is, we know. And now she's just become part of the family. So I've So now this is the care and feeding. I kind of learned firsthand how to do it. So I'm like, well, I guess, and seeing the popularity of the Annabelles, of the Robert the Dolls, of all what Hollywood has done. It's like, and everybody wants a haunted doll. And you see what they have on eBay, and I'm going, somebody's got to write this book. Might as well be.
Yeah, eBay's pretty bad. I mean, they're just throwing random things up there, guaranteeing it's haunted.
I know.
And it's like, it comes with an EVP. It's like, really? I mean, I have millions and millions of EVPs, and I can just buy antique store dolls and put them on eBay. If I was that kind of person, which I'm not, that's total bad juju right there.
I know, and I even say in the book, it's like, if you see one seller on eBay or whatever, and they have, this is their like 700th haunted doll with a big long story about it. You've got the whole story, and they've had, year after year, page after page of this haunted doll, and with the long story and the haunted thing that goes. Maybe they're just a really creative writer. They went to the local antique store or thrift store, and they're a creative writer. Not saying you can't call a spirit in, and you can. I teach people how to do that in the book. But if you're the person on eBay doing that, to be ethical, you should say, I got this doll at a thrift store. I called a spirit in, and it's not going to have that big long story except whatever you get from the doll. So it's just, you got to be careful, because people are just paying too much.
Yeah. Oh, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much people are paying just for these dolls, thinking they're haunted, And like you said, even if you get it, it's not haunted. It can become haunted, with the proper ways of doing it. But still, you're paying a lot of money for something that you can just go buy anything that you like and make it haunted.
Right. One of the influencers I work with, I was clearing her house, and she gave me, it was a cute little plastic doll, like a drugstore doll, but it was dressed in a cute little African outfit with a headpiece. It was supposed to be a haunted doll, but she didn't want it. She gave it to me, but it was interesting. I kept it. I never it. What this person did, which was probably a little more ethical, it said, you have to charge this doll. It came with herbs and feathers and a little spell and all this stuff. So I don't remember even offhand if it was like you're calling in the spirit or you're waking up the spirit. But at least there was some truth in advertising about it, and it made you put some thought and work and ritual into it. I never charged her, though. She's not haunted.
Okay. Well, once you just use the energy and the concentration and focus on it, you can make her haunted if you wanted to.
Exactly. If I wanted to, but there's no more room on my shelf. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, see, like, next to Belle is Cheryl. Cheryl is not haunted. She's my friend named Cheryl. That's why her name is Cheryl. She wanted Belle to have a doll, so she bought her somewhere, and she sent her to me. Not haunted. It's just Belle's dolly, Cheryl. But I was teaching at our school, and Cheryl was sitting like right here. I was teaching a psychic protection class or something. That was pretty funny. Both my hands were on screen, and Cheryl, the not haunted doll, moved 6 inches on screen. Nobody else was home. Both my hands were on screen, and I didn't even notice because I'm looking into the Zoom screen, but the students all did. And I'm like, she's not haunted. She's not haunted. But we blew up the video, and we watched an orb fly out of my bookcase into the doll, move the doll, and then fly out of the doll. So it may have been Belle moving her little doll Cheryl, or Adrian, my house ghost.
Maybe, or it could be a spirit passing by.
Could be a spirit just passing through. Yeah.
Could be another spirit just testing out the waters, going, "Oh, well, that vessel's empty. Let me go check it out."
Yeah, check it out. Again, I would certainly pick a doll over this candle,
Totally.
So.
Yeah, because it's more of a lifelike thing. You know, you get treated like a kid or whatever. So I totally get it. It's the closest
Yeah.
thing that we have to the our regular bodies would be a doll type simulation of what looks to be, and it's all symbolism as well too. It's all
Yeah.
the symbolistic thing we're doing, and we're focusing and concentrating, and we're manifesting. Everything we're doing has intent to it, so it's a lot of energy charge happening all that same direction. So it's amazing.
Yeah, which is why a lot of people call spirits into their like skulls, whether it's a crystal skull or just a clay skull or a real skull. I know a lot. I have a lot of in Ked tradition, Ked tradition, British traditional witchcraft. My friend Griffin Ked. They don't put a witch cult that they don't put their familiars in their cats or their dogs. They don't invite their familiars into their cats because sometimes cats don't like it. Cats are cat. They put their familiar in a skull.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it has eyes. You look at it,
Okay.
it'll see the face. You speak into the ears. You do ritual.
You're identifying with it.
That's why there's so many skulls in metaphysical stores and occult shops and things. Calling a spirit.
That's right. Even with Day of the Dead celebrations, there's all those sugar skulls on all the altars and stuff. All the memorials.
I was thirsty.
Right. So going back to Belle, I'm surprised. She would have such a dark attachment to her, probably suppressing her.
Yeah.
Because every time I've been with Belle, I've always had a great time, and she's like really.
Oh yeah, that spirit. I had that 2 hours. That's it. That was gone. I did the opening of the box. Pretty doll, bad outfit, banish, and then let her sit and mold.
Get her boundaries, her bearings.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a good one.
She's a good one. She is a good one.
And I have bad ones, but they don't come in the house. They're out in the haunted garage.
Yeah, because in your house,
not bringing that to the house.
Yeah, because I mean, I have haunted things again, obviously in the house, but not bad haunted things. I had one thing that was too haunted for me. It was a doll. It was more of a statue doll, but it was given to me by a client, and I was wondering, why am I not hanging in my office? I love my little office. I was all of a sudden taking my Mac upstairs or phone and just, why am I not hanging in my office? And I oh, it's you. And I looked at this little doll statue and I go, you're dark now. So me being me, I call up Zach and I go, Zach, I have this thing. It's too dark for my house. Do you want it for the museum? I go, it's really haunted. And he goes, well, what is it? Send me a picture. And I sent him a picture. He goes, oh, it's a nail fetish hate doll. Yeah, I want it. And I was like going to Vegas that next day or something, or I did. And I took it to him. It started acting up that night. It's in the hallway in his museum next to something from Bloody Mary. It started acting. It's in a perfect place now for being something dark haunted. In a museum that people go there for haunted things. Nobody lives there or has to sleep there.
Nope. They just have to work there and clean up at night.
Yeah, I know. But they know what they're getting into. Yeah.
Yeah. That's in the interview. They tell you right away. Things can happen anytime. Be prepared.
Things can happen. I know. Peggy.
It's interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, speaking of Zach's museum, Peggy remembers me now that he owns her room with there's some other dolls, and she's got a spirit box by her. You go into that room and you have your choice to go into and you're always supposed to say hello, Peggy, and hi, Peggy, you look so beautiful today, Peggy. And she curses at me through the spirit.
Really?
Yes. Because I cut all this from her with Katrine. Yeah. She curses.
I have not had a bad experience with her yet, and
Good.
everybody says they have these bad experiences.
Well, maybe she
Because I go in
likes
the room and I just say, you know, I just greet her and talk to her just like anybody else and say, how you doing? You know, just kind of connect for a minute, and then, because she's in the same room with the Dybbuk box, right?
No, not now. I mean, he moves the museum. Last I was
Isn't
there,
there a
he's
Dybbuk box in the center of the room?
oh, well, not the big Dybbuk box. There might be one. The big Dybbuk box is in a room all by itself.
Because last time I was there, and you were there the same weekend that we went, and they had us crawling through stuff and doing all kinds of weird things that day.
Yeah.
And I went to see Peggy, and we walked around, but there's something in the center. I thought it was a Dybbuk box, but
Maybe it
they're
is.
moving stuff all
It's
the
not.
time.
It's not that big Dybbuk box, the one that Post
But
Malone.
I haven't had any. I never had her anything.
Do anything bad. Well, good. I think she likes you. Maybe she just likes boys better. It was the girls that she gave heart attacks to. Maybe it's just because you're cute, Stefan. That's why. Yeah. I think that's it.
Is that what it is? So you're going there, bring her a flower, say, "Hey, what's up? I brought this for you."
That's right.
Total paranormal experiment right there. But and it's weird because in the basement, you've been in the basement before, right?
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
you go down there, and there's that little weird corner you gotta turn, and then it goes into the ritual room. We have the pentagram on the floor and the really weird furniture, and then the witch's box that has the infinity symbol on it and all that stuff. So it's like cool. Everyone's like, be careful when you go.
I've lost you, Stefan. All I see is black spinning circle. I don't know if I've lost it or you've lost it. But all I see where you're with Stefan is a black circle with a white.
I've been doppelganged.
Wow.
There's weird things going on with the computer right now that we're talking, because she doesn't want me to tell.
That's right. We're talking dolls. We both got dolls with us.
Well, let's get rid of the fake me.
That's
so anyway, I go into the basement, right, where the pentagram is, all the stuff's happening. Everyone's like, you got it when you go in there, be very careful, blah, blah, blah. And it was just me and Arlene, right? Just whatever. So I'm expecting something. And he's got the spirit boxes going on, and the words are coming through, and everyone's freaked out. They were upstairs like, oh my gosh, let's know what happens. I'm like, all right. So I'm going down there, and I'm expecting something to have the height that's just so high. I'm like, oh, someone's going to be dark down here, but it's okay. I'm used to, going up against
dark. Yeah.
And I get in there, and the mood's totally like chill. And then all of a sudden, like, all the spirit box stuff, it's all hi, hello. It's like saying these things, and I'm like walking through the pentagram. I'm like, hey, so what are we doing in here today? Are we going to try to get some souls? What are we doing? And they're just all, hi, welcome. I'm like, this is very scary.
That's
and I don't
funny.
know if they were just like expecting me to come down there and it's like, oh, it's that guy. Hey, what's up, dude? Just like, oh, hey, what are we doing? We're just gonna
That's Peggy's boyfriend.
By the way.
There you go. That's right.
It was just. And I told Arlene, she's like, that's weird. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Better than the opposite. It could be much worse. But,
that's funny. Well, they probably the word had gotten out about you. The word had gotten out about you. That's Peggy's boyfriend. Yeah, no,
it's really cool. That place is pretty fun,
Because
a lot of weird things in there.
My first time going down there was we were filming the live Halloween, and it was another one of the Good Witch Bad Witch with me and Lady Snake. And I didn't even know she was there. We all knew everybody else who was there. We stayed at the same place. We had the same green room. We had the same everything. He kept Lady Snake separate so I wouldn't know she was there. He's like, oh, yeah, well, you go to the basement. And that was before anybody went to the basement. And she's down there doing this. It's like, oh, here we go again. Yeah. But I get, so you're just the happy guy that brings the happy guy into the Sax
I
Museum.
guess so. Even the dark entities are like, hey, what's up, dude? What's going on, bro? It's like we're all just chilling, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
But hey, that's fine with me. You know, in what I do, I gotta kind of play that balance and respect everything I can. You know, and then I get the same respect back from them. Like, all right, cool. So
yeah.
that's what I teach at the school, at the university.
Yeah. The creepiest room there to me
The
is
bathroom.
yeah, the gift shop. No, it's the room where that lady was made those machines that she was trying to bring spirit in, and you just saw her getting emaciated until it killed her. All those Polaroids, the woman was trying to make some kind of a spirit box. That freaks me out.
Yeah, that's kind of like weird stuff, and you're seeing the pictures of it, so you're like, whoa.
Yeah, you just
You know?
seeing her demise. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. But that's the kind of stuff that people want to pay to go see there. I mean, look at all the serial killer stuff he has there now.
Yeah.
So much of it.
Yeah, but it's well curated. It's for all of us who like that sort of thing. It's a beautifully done museum. It's well curated and good.
Yeah,
I need to talk to him. He needs to have my book there, because now after everybody goes to his museum, everybody probably wants a haunted doll, so he should sell it there. I better talk to him.
Yeah, right there at the gift shop. Put one of them on display in that little closet where all the dolls are at that he puts you in. Yeah, totally. That's a weird room.
That is.
You know, everyone's like, "Oh, this stuff's not haunted," and I'm in there, and it like you don't feel anything right away, but all of a sudden it kind of creeps up on you, and it felt like there was like kids like coming up to me and like touching me. You know, like I'm like, what the heck? Because I'm starting getting tingly right away. I'm like, okay, but I'm being touched like my hips and stuff. So I'm like, are these kids? Are you guys kids? What's going on in here?
Yeah.
Maybe a lot of kids like to inhabit dolls. So
yeah, they do.
Obviously, like to have fun still.
Right. And in olden days, kids died all the time.
Yes, they did.
The mortality rate was very high. Very high.
We gotta just try to stay strong. Use good energy. Good energy. So what else is coming up for you? What else you got going on pretty soon?
I'm so excited. I'm next week or whatever, maybe it was last week or maybe it's right now, depending on when this airs. I'm speaking at Comic-Con in San Diego.
How awesome is that?
I know. I've always wanted to go to Comic-Con and not even ever been able to get in. But now I'm doing it's Witches After Dark, Witches of the East and West. There's 3 East Coast witches, and then I'm representing the West Coast witch. So we're speaking at Comic-Con in San Diego, doing a panel. I'm very happy.
How cool is that? Wow, that's gonna be amazing.
I know. I'm very happy. And then I'm kind of home most of August, and then then it gets busy again. I'm doing a thing at an opera house in McConnellsville, Ohio. It's kind of interesting. It's a cross between, you should do that because it's a cross between rock and roll and music and mediumship. And I'm doing a gallery, and we're doing ghost investigation at some opera house in Ohio.
Which opera house?
I don't know. It's in McConnellsville, Ohio. I will look it up and let you know. I will look it up because tickets are out there. And then I'm doing Maine or first part of September, Maine Paranormal and Horror Con. That should be fun. Cool. I like that they combine paranormal and horror because they go hand in hand. It's good. And then I'm doing Rock Island, and then I'm just kind of on the road for September and October and parts of November. And that's it. I know a few fun things that I can't talk about yet. All these fun things we can't talk about yet.
Is that you moving something?
Huh?
I just heard a big crash. What was that?
I didn't hear it. It must be at your house.
I'm just sitting here and it goes like something is falling down. I'm like, what? But it's coming through the it's coming through the computer.
Coming through the computer. I didn't hear it.
There it is again.
Ghost in the machine. It's because we have our dolls. I love it. They're both like staring at us.
Yeah, they're trying to communicate with each other. Yeah, they're like, put me closer to the camera so I can see her.
I know. I know. That's funny.
Yeah, and don't forget you have that event with me in October.
Oh yeah. What day is that?
Well, that's going to be exciting.
Do we have a date?
October 11th, Saturday, October 11th.
October 11th. I have to put that on my calendar. I mean, I'm sure it is. Yeah, I can't wait. That is fun.
I asked you about the date, and you said, yeah, it's all good. Am I cool?
Okay, let me make sure. October 11th. I don't know what I would do without Google Calendar. October 11th.
Every conversation I have with someone, I got to grab my phone and throw it on there.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, it's you. It's the Levy House. Yes. I'm like, oh, wait, no, I'm not free. I'm doing a seance at the Levy House.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
That's okay. You can flake on me for that. That's fine.
Okay, good. That's funny. I'm like, wait, no, I'm busy that night with you.
Yeah, that's right. We have a date that night.
We have a date. That'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Isn't that your birthday week or something?
Yeah, the 13th.
What a great day to have a birthday.
I know. And because every 7 years or so, it's on Friday the 13th.
Yep. That's my son's birthday.
Is it? That's good.
He was the prophecy.
Cool, yeah.
13 minutes after the 13th hour on the 13th day.
Really?
Oh, totally.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. I always tell him he's a prophecy, and he goes, what are you talking about, Dad? I was like, yeah. Don't mess this up.
Just stick to it. 13th hour, 13th minute. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I was born at 9 a.m. Nothing that magical, but
it's all magical.
It does.
All numbers are magical.
Yes.
So on your website, pattinegri.com, I don't know if a lot of people out here who are following know that you're available for online consulting as well, and you actually can be set up an event with people to do a group reading or a gallery reading as well. Tell us about that.
Yes, this is what I do. This is my day-to-day life, all the glamour. I work with people privately. I work with people. I do regular Zoom sessions, like we're working on things. I even do Zoom seances. I do regular seances for people. I'm doing one in a week or two. I thought I was going to them, but I think they're going to come to me, because pre-COVID, I started doing seances here at my house around my dining room table, like 13 people or less, the perfect number for a seance. And that's what would fit in my dining room. And, but that all kind of stopped with COVID. And that's when I was discovered, oh, you can do one online and you can do all this other stuff. But I'm start doing them again. Yeah. People can, have crystal ball will travel.
There you go. And I've seen it. I've done a lot of seances with Patti over
the years. I love doing seances with you because your energy is such a big part of it. You are just as much of a part of the seance as I am, always. Your energy, what you bring to it. I always love doing them with you.
That's why it's so much fun. That's why I love doing seances with you. We got to keep this going.
Yep. We're going to keep this going. Keep this going.
Yeah. We got to make sure all the spirits are having fun. Some people go to some seances and it's really just kind of what's going on here. But we like to try to have fun with everything and all the spirits. It's important.
Yeah. The veil is so thin now anymore. Whatever reason it is, you can't get away from paranormal stuff happening. It's happening everywhere. You just can't.
It's true.
Why fight?
That's what's great about having phones and stuff now. We have pocket recorders and cameras and stuff. So the evidence is coming out more and more and more. People are just opening up this whole world of the paranormal, you know. And at one point, I just think we're not going to call it the paranormal anymore. We're going to call it something else because it's
The
not
normal.
para anymore. It is normal.
The normal.
Yeah. What is that? It must be the norm. Yeah.
The norm. Yeah. And yeah, it's amazing what the computers we have in these funny little cell phones with the apps and everything has just become amazing.
It's true. You can do entire ghost hunting on all that stuff nowadays.
Yeah. And spirits are here learning how to use technology. They know how to get into computers and phones. This happened to me years ago, but on my cell phone, I got a call from my husband's best friend and bandmate who had been dead 5 years.
Oh, what's he been up to?
It literally said, call from David Coleman. I'm like,
cool.
And I answered it, and there was nobody there as in a spirit. And I was thinking, well, you know, maybe his wife kept the phone number or something, you know, it could, but I called it right back. It was disconnected.
They do that.
Yeah.
Even though there's nobody there, you should just talk to it anyway.
Yeah.
Say, hey, David, haven't heard from you in such a long time. I hope you're doing well, you know.
You're doing well.
Come visit sometime. Well, I got to go now. I'll talk to you later. Just so they know, even because if they're using that much energy to get your attention by making an old cell phone ring or a cell phone ring with their old number, that's a lot of work.
That is a lot of work.
Let them know that. Cool. Thank you so much for reaching out to me. That's awesome. Because we hear that story happen from time to time. That actually happened to, you know, the wrestler Hulk Hogan?
Yeah.
Him and Roddy Piper were really good friends towards the end of their career. They hated each other the majority of their career, but when they weren't wrestling, they became really good friends.
Cool.
And Roddy was getting sick, you know, and he was going to die, and he confided a lot in Hogan, and he said, "What do you think of an afterlife? You know, what do you think of possibilities and this and that?" And he just told him his opinion. You know, yeah, I believe in something. I just hope it's all good. After Piper died, like 6 months after, he got a phone call from Roddy Piper's number.
Wow.
So he answered it, and Roddy was like very ecstatic. He was able to tell him some things though.
That's
amazing. Conversation, and when Hulk Hogan talks about it openly, he breaks down in tears.
Really? Well, I mean, we know that electricity is a conduit. That's why we have all these toys and paranormal toys. So it would make sense that they could learn to use like a cell phone and things.
Totally. I wish my mom would call. That'd be so great. It's like, what's up?
I know. I wish my mom would call. Mom.
Yeah. Yeah. Do your laundry. It's like, okay, Mom, I'll do that.
It's funny.
But, yeah. To have that kind of contact, that's an amazing experience. And if you get a chance to document it, that's even better.
Yeah. The craziest phone stuff I ever had was at the Biltmore Hotel here in downtown LA, really haunted. Yeah. I was working with the overnight crew, Eldon Castay and the overnight guys. And one of my crystal ball said, answer the phone. And seconds later, the phone rang and we answered it. There was nobody there. And then every room we would go into, the phone just in that room would ring. And these are old fashioned like landlines that nobody knew where we were. Nobody could sneak into it. And it did it in like 3 of the different rooms. If we have all this video of us just like speechless, shocked. And we hold, we do something and then it click. Nobody. Wow. Yeah. Phones are spooky cool.
Yeah, I agree. And I have a lot of old ones too. So maybe one of them will ring eventually. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. The school. How's classes going? And tell the new listeners and the new followers about what you do at the University of Magick.
Yes, I teach. No, you teach. We all teach. Yes, we 5 years ago now, we decided we wanted to start this magic, spirituality, occult, metaphysics, whatever, mysticism school that was affordable, because I'd see other like TV mediums charging thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm like, no, let's make it like $20 a class or less if you come all the time. And then get really great pictures. Like, let's have Stefan Brigati teach paranormal stuff, teach all this stuff. Let's have, Sebastian teach vampire stuff. We'll have Denny, whatever, teach werewolf stuff. Now we have a new guy in Italy teaching Italian magic. We have the guy in Brazil teaching Brazilian. Um,
Cool.
and it's all on Zoom. It's crazy affordable. Today I taught a money class. I'm going into a 3-week coaching for spiritual, um, for a class for spiritual coaching, how to ethically do it right, no matter what you do, whether you're a tarot reader or a Reiki master or a hoodoo, just the ethics behind it. So I'm starting a 3-week class on that. But I usually teach mediumship, psychic development, spell casting. What do you usually teach, Stefan?
I teach all the fundamentals of paranormal investigation. I teach a lot about safety practices. I teach a lot about the connection between the scientific world and the metaphysical world, being much of a big metaphysics guy, growing up metaphysical my whole life. Kind of bring them together and show people how they coexist and how to get the best results of their practices. I'm doing a class, I think, in 2 weeks on, like we were talking about, electronic technology. I'm doing a class on all the best phone apps that are out there right now. I'm doing a review and showing people about them so they can load their
Ooh.
phones. They're going to want an emergency investigation just to check it out. Recommend it for preliminary stuff. Just having your hands able to do a bunch of stuff real quick. I'm covering a lot of that and how to get the best results out of.
Oh, I need to come to that one or watch it afterwards, because I need to know that too.
There's a process to it.
You're the one I come to. You're the one I would come to. Yeah.
That is awesome. So that's what we do, you guys. Just go to the University of Magicus at magicu. Is it .org, right?
Or magicu.org, magic with a K. We don't pull rabbits out of hat. magicku.org, or you could spell it all out, universitymagicus.com. Magic with a K. Magic.
Absolutely. Go out there and check out all the new teachers. Check out the classes that we have available online as well. Sign up. It's not a lot of money. It's totally worth it.
Yeah. And you could, any of our old classes, you could go see anything that Stefan's taught over the years, anything I've taught. We have a really great library of classes you can get to, because they're all in video.
That's right.
Yeah.
All available to all you guys 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Just like Paraflix.
That's right. Just like Paraflix. Right here, right now.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just right now, maybe by the time this airs, or maybe with the week after, a new season of I put the best of my Witching Hour podcast on Paraflix. I've been working with Rob, my producer, to get it ready to send. So we're getting ready to send it now. Yay.
That'll be exciting. Make sure you go check that out at paraflix.com. Sign up for that. And that is a great app that you can put on your phone as well.
That is a great
app. See all of us.
Yes.
See
that
is
a great app. It is a great app. I'm very proud of that app. I mean, I didn't build it, but I own it. So it's like, yes.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Somebody built it. That's great. But you own it, and you're the proprietor and kind of the caretaker of it as well. Natalie does a great job.
Natalie does it all. Natalie is the heart, soul, spirit.
She keeps it going, and that's really cool.
Going. If I built it, it would be 2 Dixie cups with a string.
Sometimes that works too. You never know.
It works.
Well, all right. We're going to have to wrap. We are coming down to the final minutes of the recording and the show, and I wanted to give everyone a chance to make sure you go to pattinegri.com, see everything that's happening. Don't forget to follow her. She's on TikTok a lot, doing a lot of great variety of posts. It's not just the same thing every time. Sometimes she's got the Willow Report, which is an amazing story where's Patti, and don't forget to go check out the Witching Hour. Great interview show with some of the best people and the best minds in the industry that we're working in. Learn a lot about these people. People have been doing it a long time. It's a great chance to catch up, to see what they're doing and how they're doing it to help better us in the work that we're trying to achieve. So.
Thank you. Yeah, because I get to learn something. I have amazing guests like you every week. And half of them are like witchy or spiritual, and half of them are paranormal. All the regular TV people, all the you people. It's fun. I get to learn something every week.
That's the best part. Because knowledge is power.
Yeah.
All right, Patti. Thanks so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. Glad to see you. It was great hanging out the other night. So much fun.
I know. That was really fun. That was great. There's some great pictures. I'm just starting to post some. There's some good. And our dolls are the stars. They are.
They are. We're going to have to do it again because now that they had a chance to hang out, it's like.
Now that they're club girls.
They're going to be like, hey, when are we going to hang out with them again? I want to go to the vampire thing again.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much. And let's get together soon and plan some stuff out.
Thank you. Love you. Talk to you soon.
Love you too. I will talk to you soon. Bye now.
Bye.
That's right. That is going to be our show with my amazing friend, Patti Negri. Make sure you check out all the stuff she's doing. She is so busy writing books, being on all these TV shows, filming, all these interviews with everybody, running around these crazy dark places with me, doing paranormal stuff. It gets pretty wild. So we love Patti and the energy and the knowledge that she brings to all of us, making so many things easier. When I was growing up as a kid studying Wicca practices and stuff with my parents, a lot of that knowledge, you had to go hunt for books and do all these different things. With Patti, she brings it to you. She makes everything so much easier. And she explains things in an easy way for people to understand as well. Just read her books. They're not hard. They're not hard reading books. You just kind of flow through it and get the idea. And I think that's the best way. So make sure you go check her books out. Go to her website once again at pattinegri.com. And that is going to be it for this episode of My Darkest Hour. I will see you guys right here next week at the same time. Until then, if you go out and investigate, make sure you go out and investigate safe and try to get some of those pictures. And if you do get something good, don't forget, you can send it to me at mydarkesthourradio@gmail.com. And I will check it out. I will do a review of it, and I'll tell you what I think it is. I'm getting a lot of great pictures. People are sending me fairy pictures and stuff lately, which has been fantastic because that's something kind of random, but very interesting, and it's part of what we do. We want to check that out. So if you got it, go ahead and send it. In the meantime, I will see you guys next week right here on My Darkest Hour.
My name is Stefan Brigati, and I've been investigating the paranormal for over 30 years. Come along with me and my team as we take a journey into the unknown. This is My Darkest Hour.